Attention all crew members. This is the lead communication officer on the starship BNI Copper Connections, the best damn chapter of BNI in the whole solar system, bringing you the wrap-up of the August 25th meeting of Copper Connections. Not only are we the best BNI chapter in Sozona, but Arizona, the U.S., internationally, and the entire solar system. Copper has had lots of taglines over the years, but we can thank Mark Drago for our ultimate and very appropriate tagline, the best BNI chapter in the solar system. Clark Prophet, we need to trademark this. Get on it, please. Today we were joined by Ann Thrush of Lori's Place, a nonprofit operating mainly in Cochise County. These have to go. Ann was invited by Chuck. Chris Shreves of Top Flight Plumbing and Drain was invited by Amanda, and Joey Rogers of High Point Electric was invited by Ann Gavlik. Stacy Noble of a yet-to-be-named chapter joined us once again, and she is grateful that we've welcomed her while she starts her own chapter. The visitors were all impressed by our organization and welcoming attitudes. Chuck shared his wisdom during the education with how to follow up with new business acquaintances that you've just met and you want to connect with. Chuck stressed that follow-up needs to not only be effective but systematic. He suggests using the 24/7/30 system. Within 24 hours of meeting, either email or send a handwritten note. At 7 days, connect with them on social media. Whatever that social media platform you choose to use is, reach out to them. And at 30 days, just one short month after meeting, reach out to the contact for a one-to-one. Whatever you do, avoid being transactional and work instead on building the relationship. This is how you follow up like a pro. Check out podcast 448 with more details, or reach out to Chuck for a free session on coaching or a one-to-one so he can tell you more details. We welcomed our very newest member, Sophia Silva of Cutco Closing Gifts in the marketing sphere. Sophia is a powerhouse and a phenomenal human being, will be a huge asset to the chapter. We also have an application pending for Courtney Cox in the senior healthcare classification. Jim Penny shared his favorite core value of accountability, and that's mine as well. Go Jim. And he stated it beautifully. Accountability in BNI not only holds other members accountable, but accountability encourages Jim to hold himself accountable as well. Let's all hold ourselves accountable. Mark Drago shared our purpose and overview, and that he's so grateful to have this opportunity to know all the members of this amazing group, the most amazing BNI chapter in the solar system. Mark Drago, or Dragoslovich for those who prefer his more formal name, of Presidio Group Wealth Management, took us on a lifeboat drill during his presentation. If you invest in the markets, create a plan with your financial advisor based on when you want to retire or when you know you will need cash for something like to pay for tuition. It could be 3 years, 5 years, 20. No matter the length of the plan, stick to it. That's the critical part. Secondly, diversification is the key, and the S&P 500 is a great avenue for this. Where does the lifeboat come into it? Well, don't sell before you've reached the end of your plan. To pull cash out early can actually cost you when inflation is factored into things. Reach out to Mark for guidance and help. It's his business to ensure that you have the right plans set up for your goals. Jim Penny followed up his previous presentation of the who, what, where, when, why, and how of an accident with what to do following an accident. You can either speak with an insurance adjuster to work through your claim for damages or work with Jim Penny. The job of the insurance adjuster is to pay out as little as possible for each claim. Their job performance depends on this. They will be sure to get a recording of their conversation with you as well. They will use this recording, admit no blame, deny everything, and make counter allegations against you. Jim is the person who will stand between you and the adjuster. Did you know that there's a difference between a yellow light versus a yellow arrow when you're involved in an accident? Jim does. Tell Jim your recollection first, let him do some investigation, and let him deal with the adjuster. Not clarifying this distinction could mean the difference of who's at fault for an accident. There are membership renewals coming up on November 1st, Dr. Jim and Lauren Smith-Clays. Please reach out to membership if you've not heard from them. The winners of our weekly prizes are Morgan and Janine, and they each get a $25 check for either bringing visitors and or referrals. Then we have our Wheel of Doom winners, and perhaps we ought to rename this the Wheel of Destiny, for those members and visitors who attended today's meeting. Destiny, because this visitor should absolutely join BNI Copper Connections. It's their destiny. And the winners are Ann Gavlik and her guest Joey Rogers. They will each receive a $25 gift card to QT. And finally, we have our upcoming important dates. MSP on September 10th and 14th, the Referral Mindset on September 15th. There will be a watch party at Karen's office for this, followed by a tequila tasting. Val's Tequila, of course. Regional training is the week of September 19th through September 23rd. Sign up now. You have 2 options to choose from for your committee. And we have the usual National Speed Networking, BNI Connect BNI Deep Dive Connect for members and Extra Deep Dive for members. Check the calendar for these days and times. Chuck is hosting the Tucson Business Mastermind on Tuesday, September 13th. Coffee at Bash's on Wednesday mornings, Midtown Monday Lunch Bunch on October 3rd at Dedicated. And don't forget the end of the summer leadership swap pool party at Casa de Don Cox. That's on September 18th from noon to 4. And the best news yet is that you only have to suffer through 4 more of these during the reign of Rigo and myself. Well, you don't actually suffer through Rigo's, but you definitely do through mine. It's coming to an end. There is a finish line. Until next week, signing off from the Starship BNI Copper Connections, I'm Susan with PLP Imaging.